count on Local 3 News for more local stories.
We're going to help you keep those New Year's resolutions to eat healthy in the new year because Nicole Pajorko is back on the show. She's a dietitian with Food City. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me, as always.
I am so glad to have you. And y'all have a great way of making it simple when you shop, right, at Food City, because you've kind of done the thinking for us. All we have to do is follow the dots, so to speak.
Yeah, I think a key tip for making changes that last is making the healthy choice more easy, accessible, and obvious. And our Pick Well program is our Better For You shelf tag program in stores. So it makes identifying better for you choices, healthy choices, easier when you're shopping in stores or online.
I think grocery stores, for me anyway, are one of those things where I come in and I'm almost on autopilot.
Yeah.
Because you typically have the same thing on your list every week. You really don't even notice your surroundings. So I'm sitting here actually, Nicole, trying to think about the labeling.
Yes.
I'm sure I've seen it, but it's not popping to mind.
Yeah, and it takes some of the guesswork out of that and it is good to read nutrition labels, of course, but the color-coded shelf tags just makes it easy to quickly do that work for you so you don't have to read every single label. Our dietitian's pick tag is our green shelf tag, and that's going to identify foods that have more essential nutrients like potassium and fiber, and it has less sodium, added sugar, and saturated fats.
Okay, so I know you want to talk about some things you've added to it, but before you do, if you are maybe shopping for a family of 4 or 5, and maybe you're watching your cholesterol, your husband has something new that he's been diagnosed with, rather than you having to make a list of every single thing, your labels say this is safe for you to buy.
Yeah, so for something like cholesterol you mentioned, so saturated fats are going to be something you want to pay attention to. Of course, fiber, increasing intake of that. So we have a heart healthy tag that would be perfect for somebody who's looking for those types of things. We also have our CarboWare tag. So those things have been existing in the program for a while, but we've actually recently added 4 new tags to our in-store program. So we have a good source of protein, good source of fiber, GLP-1 friendly, and then we have a new organic tag as well for people who are interested in that.
Okay, I'm curious, why GLP-1 friendly?
Yes, so there has been a rise in our shoppers using GLP-1 medications. It's kind of following national trends, of course. And so we recognize the need for accessible tools that are going to make finding nutrient-dense options that meet their needs.
Okay.
And so this tag is going to be good for people who might be taking a GLP-1 medication, but it's also just a good tag to follow because it's going to highlight nutrient-dense fruits and vegetables, of course, legumes and whole grains, but then mixed meals will have a higher protein amount as well.
Okay, I'm also curious about something when you mentioned the cholesterol concern, and you mentioned looking for foods that are higher in fiber. Why would that be?
Yes, so soluble fiber in particular. All fiber is good, and most Americans are not getting enough of that. So we have our good source of fiber tag, which will highlight things with 3 grams or more. But soluble fiber is going to help lower cholesterol levels if you eat more of that. So things like bran and oatmeal, and then all kinds of fruits and vegetables. So I would encourage anyone looking to the good source of fiber tag.
Okay, maybe a dumb question, but does the time of day that you eat some of these foods make a difference? Like we traditionally think about the bran being for breakfast.
Yeah.
Is that because your body's kind of just getting up and getting going, so empower it the right way from the start?
I think consistency and certainly what you can tolerate is going to be really, really important. It can impact your blood sugar levels, less so your cholesterol. I wouldn't say the time of day is going to matter as much for that. I just encourage people to eat when they're hungry and try to have a consistent pattern throughout the day.
Okay, that's something else. If weight loss specifically is on your list for the year, that trying to avoid being hungry is a big part of it. That's where what you eat matters because it will ward off those hunger pains.
So a few things for improving satiety when you're maybe you're in a calorie deficit and you want to feel hungry on fewer feel full on fewer calories anyway. So protein and fiber are going to be the 2 staples, and then produce as well because it's higher volume. It might have some fiber in it, and it's just going to be nutrient dense. So that's where both of those tags are going to come into play, the protein and the fiber. And then our dietitian's pick is going to highlight those nutrient dense options like fruits and vegetables as well.
Okay, so when you're in store, this is pretty obvious. You just look for the label label. Y'all are also doing this for your online shoppers
Yes,
too?
yeah. So for people who want the ease of shopping online, or maybe you want to do some of the research before you go into the store, we have our new My Nutrition profiles. People can use their value card, log into their account, and create a personalized approach. So this is going to give them access to 35 new attributes that range from allergens to certain diseases. You can shop for a diabetes-friendly diet. So whether you have a gluten allergy or a soy allergy, you'll be able to filter your results based on that.
I'm putting you on the spot for something, but
Sure.
years ago, Scotty Mayfield was on the show with me, and we began talking off camera, carried into on camera, about the benefits for children especially of drinking whole fat versus skim.
Yeah.
That's kind of been in the news a bit lately.
Oh,
Are you a
sure.
supporter of that for
Yeah.
children, that they need those whole fats sometimes?
Well, very, very young children, the guidance has always been to do whole milk. Absolutely. They need those fatty acids, they need those calories to support growth. And then as they get older and develop and, their bones have developed, then you can probably wean off and use some of the lower fat options. But I would suggest kind of a mixture of both, depending on what you like. Of course, the concern would be the calories, but yes, there are some essential fatty acids in dairy that can be a good option.
I'm a whole milk drinker.
Yeah. And some
like-
people just like it for the taste and mouthfeel, and that's totally okay too.
Okay, I had to ask you while you were here. So you know where your closest food city is. Chances are you're going to have to go by there today. I'm sure you have to pick up something at the grocery store. So when you're there, watch for these labels.
Yes.
All part of the Pick Well program now with
Pick Well.
these new ones to offer.
Yes.
Great to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
The Sound of Music is coming to the Memorial Auditorium, and you could win tickets from Local 3. Experience the classic songs and beloved story of Maria and the Von Trapp family live on stage. Enter to win every day at local3news.com.
Do not trust that insurance company after your car wreck.
Check out these